Welcome to the Refine and Shine, the podcast dedicated to mastering the art of continuous improvement and optimizing every aspect of your life. I'm Angelina Rivera, your host, and together we'll uncover the secrets to refining our lives, our habits, and our processes to unlock our inner brilliance. Join us on Refine and Shine, where we'll delve deep into achieving more in life without the burnout and without all the stress. This podcast is your platform for a more fulfilling life through continuous improvement and personal growth. In each episode, I and a diverse array of guests discuss practical strategies for up-leveling every aspect of your life. From developing good habits and organizing your space to refining your mindset and personal goals, we're going to explore it all. Our guests share personal stories about the systems they've developed or systems they've used and the tweaks they've made in their lives when refinement was needed, allowing them to truly shine. Listen to Refine and Shine to learn how you can implement continuous improvement techniques in your daily routine, develop and maintain healthy habits that lead to success and satisfaction, organize your life to reduce the stress and increase your productivity, foster a growth mindset that propels you to new heights. My mission is to inspire you to take bold action, make positive changes, and become the best version of yourself. Whether you're aiming to elevate your career, nurture meaningful relationships, or enhance your overall well-being, Refine and Shine is your guiding light. With over 25 years of experience in continuous improvement, I help businesses streamline their processes, establish efficient work areas, and implement standard work protocols. I have trained over 600 individuals and teams in process improvement, optimizing workflows, and enhancing overall operational efficiency. Tune in every week as we embark on an enlightening journey, exploring paths to refinement and illuminating the way to shine in every area of our lives. Subscribe now and join us on this journey to polish your life and let your best self shine through. Thank you for joining us on Refine and Shine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Refine and Shine. I'm your host, Angelina Rivera, and today's episode is an extra special one because I just turned 45 this past weekend. It was a day filled with love, laughter, and the kind of moments that remind me just how precious life is. So today, I want to take you on a journey, one filled with lessons, realizations, and reflections of what the past 45 years have taught me. So grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever brings you joy, find a comfortable spot, and let's dive in. Because today we're talking about what truly matters, how to live with more purpose, let go of what no longer serves us, and embrace the beauty of life as it unfolds. And I want you to reflect with me. What lessons have shaped you? What wisdom have you gathered on your journey? Ready to dive in? Let's go. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the beauty of simplicity, finding joy in the little things. So this year, my birthday was beautifully simple. My family made me exactly what I wanted, homemade spaghetti sauce that simmered all day long, filling our home with the most comforting aroma. My girls made me a pistachio pudding pie with homemade whipped cream. And let me tell you, it was absolutely delicious. But more than the food, it was just about being together. It was about slowing down, savoring the moments, and appreciating the love that surrounds me. You see, we often get caught up in chasing big milestones, but the real magic, it's the everyday moments. The laughter at the dinner table or around the couch, the laughter in the kitchen, the hugs that linger just a little longer, the simple act of just being present. So here are some reflection questions I want you to think about. When was the last time you truly slowed down and enjoyed a simple moment? Let me say that again. When was the last time you truly slowed down and enjoyed a simple moment? The next question. How can you create more meaningful, simple experiences in your life? How can you create more meaningful, simple experiences in your life? I love this quote. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. And that's a quote by Robert Brault. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the power of presence because life is happening now. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is being present, truly present. When you surround yourself by people you love, put the phone down, shut off the distractions, and just be in the moment. Did you know that the average person checks their phone over 96 times a day? That's once every 10 minutes. While technology connects us, it also pulls us away from the now. I've come to realize that my kids won't always be here for my birthdays. They're growing up, they're creating their own lives, and one day they might be celebrating from miles away. That's why every single moment I get to spend with them, it matters. Every laugh, every conversation, every shared meal, it's a gift. So here's some reflection questions for you. Are there areas in your life where you struggle to be fully present? Let me say that again. Are there areas in your life where you struggle to be fully present? The next question. What small steps can you take to improve your focus and engagement with loved ones? What small steps can you take to improve your focus and engagement with loved ones? And I love this quote by Jim Elliott. Wherever you are, be all there. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is letting go of expectations, releasing what we can't control. Over the years, I've learned this important thing. It's the power of letting go, especially letting go of expectations. Expectations of how people should act, how they should show up, how they should celebrate you. Here's the truth. Not everyone will meet our expectations. And you know what? That's okay. People have their own battles, their own struggles, their own distractions. Holding on to expectations often leads to disappointment. And I don't want to live my life feeling let down. Instead, I choose gratitude. I choose to appreciate those who show up, those who check in, and those who make the effort. Because the ones who are meant to be in your life, well, they'll be there. Not out of obligation, but out of love. So here's some reflection questions for you. Do you find yourself expecting things from others that lead to disappointment? Let me say that again. Do you find yourself expecting things from others that lead to disappointment? How can you shift your mindset from expectation to gratitude? How can you shift your mindset from expectation to gratitude? Here's a statistic. A study found that unmet expectations significantly predicts decreased relationship satisfaction. A study found that unmet expectations significantly predict decreased relationship satisfactions. So if you have these unmet expectations, you're going to be dissatisfied in the relationship. So you need to work on that. You need to work on what are your expectations for others. Also, are you showing up for others like you expect them to show up for you? Things to think about. The next thing I want to talk to you about, since we're talking about expectations in relationships, letting go of those toxic relationships, protecting your peace. Over the years, one of the things that has really come to me is clarity. Been really clear on clarity when it comes to relationships. I've had to let go of relationships that weren't serving me, whether they be friendships, relationships that may be mutual, any type of relationship. It could be even family. It may be. I'm not saying that's for me, but maybe it's for you. That are drained. So for me, it's relationships that drain me instead of filling me up. The freedom that comes from releasing toxic relationships, well, it's priceless. And when I say that the draining relationships, it's those that you have to you can't really be you. Feel like you're walking on eggshells when you're around them. If there's people in your life like that, those could be some toxic relationships that you really need to let go of. What I found was when I let go of people who were using me or bringing negativity into my life, once I let go of those people, I found space for true happiness. If someone consistently makes you feel small, unheard, or unappreciated, or just want you around when it's convenient, it's time to reevaluate those relationships. So here's some reflection questions. Are there relationships in your life that drain you rather than uplift you? Let me say that again. Are there relationships in your life that drain you rather than uplift you? The next question. What steps can you take to create healthier boundaries with those around you? What steps can you take to create healthier boundaries with those around you? And I love this quote. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. So true, right? In fact, research indicates that toxic relationships can lead to increased stress levels and a weakened immune system. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be sick because I've got some toxic relationships in my life. So, as we continue to talk about relationships, let's talk about boundaries. The power of boundaries and intentionality. You see, boundaries have been a game changer for me. I used to say yes to everything, thinking that being available meant valuable. Let me say that again. That when I said yes to everything, that meant that I was available and that meant valuable. You see, but the truth is, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So I had to learn how to ask myself, what am I sacrificing? My health, my goals, my peace, my family time? What am I sacrificing? And I learned to protect my peace by protecting my time. Because you know how I always tell you, time is the most precious resource. Because it is. Every day that passes brings me closer to my ultimate destination. And I want to make sure that I'm walking towards my own goals and I'm working towards my own goals, not just fulfilling obligations for others. It's all about protecting your peace. So, here's some reflection questions. Where in your life do you need to set stronger boundaries? I'll say that again. Where in your life do you need to set stronger boundaries? The next question. What's one thing you can say no to this week to protect your time and energy? I'll say it again. What's one thing you can say no to this week to protect your time and energy? And I love this quote by Henry Cloud. You get what you tolerate. In fact, studies show that people with solid boundaries tend to have lower levels of stress and higher self-esteem. So we all want lower stress, right? And we want to have good, high self-esteem. So we really need to work on those solid boundaries. The next thing I want to talk to you about is mistakes happen. Don't beat yourself up. Here's something I've learned the hard way. Mistakes are a part of life. We all make them. So instead of beating ourselves up over them, we should see them as opportunities to grow. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise. The key to it is to learn, adjust, and move forward. Forgive yourself. Extend the same grace to yourself that you so easily give to others. So here's some reflection questions. What is one mistake you've been holding on to? How can you reframe it as a lesson? Going to repeat that again for you. What is one mistake you've been holding on to? How can you reframe it as a lesson? Next question. How can you practice more self-compassion? How can you practice more self-compassion? I love this quote. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is dare to dream. It's never too late. One of the biggest things that I've had happen to me within the last few years is I just totally changed my career. Now, I didn't just leave my job, I didn't quit, and go somewhere else. But I did in a way. I totally changed working in the local area that I was working, left something. And so, kind of want to tell you, it's not too late. If you have something that it's on your heart, it's not too late. One of the biggest realizations I've had is that dreams don't have an expiration date. You see, at my age, at 45, I'm still dreaming. I'm still growing, and I'm still reaching for new heights. I know that I am made for more. And I'm not stopping at a certain point. I have so many things that I want to do. And I always thought, a long time ago, I thought, well, I have to have this done by this time, this done by this time. Sometimes we can't control the timeline, but what we can control is not giving up. So I'm going to tell you, if there's something on your heart that you've been longing to do, start that business, write that book, go back to school, do it. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Your best days are not behind you, they're still ahead. We can change the trajectory of where our goals and our dreams are. Like, we can change it. It's up to us. So here's some reflection questions. What's a dream you've put on hold? How can you take one small step toward it today? Let's say that again. What's a dream you've put on hold? And how can you take one small step towards it today? Next question. What would you do if fear wasn't a factor? What would you do if fear wasn't a factor? And I love this quote. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. And that's by Henry David Thoreau. I just want to talk to you a little bit more about the dreams just before I go into the next segment. You see, so many times we just like think it's not going to happen, or it's too late, or, all the things. And then we just give up on ourselves. If there's dreams that you have, and there's goals that you have, and you can't figure out a timeline, or you can't figure out how you can make it happen, I offer a free discovery call. Let's connect. I love helping people succeed in their dreams just as much as I love helping myself succeed in my dreams. So let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. The next thing I want to talk to you about is embracing change, the only constant in life. I'm all about change management. I'm all about change, process improvement. It's all the things because it's so important. Change is inevitable. As I reflect on my 45 years, I can see how change has been a constant companion. Sometimes it's welcomed, other times unexpected, but each change brought growth, lessons, and new perspectives. Embracing change means being open to new experiences, adapting to new circumstances, and understanding that every ending is a new beginning. It's all about trusting the journey, even when the path is unclear. So here's some reflection questions. How do you typically respond to change? What, with resistance or with openness? And again, I'll say it again. How do you typically respond to change? With resistance or openness? What's one thing you're currently facing and how can you embrace it? What's one thing you're currently facing and how can you embrace it? And I love this quote. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it and move with it and join the dance. And that's by Alan Watts. So here's some closing thoughts. It's your life, your rules. So as I step into 45, I'm embracing things that truly matter. The simplicity, presence, gratitude, healthy relationships, strong boundaries, self-compassion, daring to dream, and embracing change. You see, life is too short to waste energy on things or people who don't align with where you are going. I encourage you to reflect. What lessons have you learned within your own journey? What will you take into the next chapter of your life? Because you see, like, we're 2 months into the year, right? And some people are just like, oh, I didn't make this happen. I had all these goals for the year. 2025 was going to be my year, and I didn't make progress. I haven't even started. You see, we put a timeline all the time. New Year's resolutions, new year, new this, new this. Yes, well, it's important to reflect on where you've come. It's also important to reflect that everything doesn't have to start on January 1st. It can start March. It can start whenever you want. You set your timeline. You're in control. Maybe it doesn't always happen exactly the way you want it, but you're in control. Things happen. Yes, I understand that. Life has hit me hard. Remember, I started this podcast on the day that my daughter should have been born, but on the day that she had which, but we lost her. We lost her months earlier into the journey of my pregnancy. And I started this podcast because it's about refine and shine. Like, we are going to have things that happen. And how are we going to do? What are we going to do? We have to like refine things in order to shine. The same thing goes with your goals, your timeline, like whatever you're dreaming of or you wanted for this year. It's not too late. You can make things happen. You can make the changes happen. What is holding you back? Is it fear? Are you scared? Do you not know where to start? Like I said, let's have a conversation. I have a free complimentary call. I would love to help you out with that. The thing is maybe we just need to reflect. So save this podcast, re-listen to it, jot down those questions, answer them, journal about them. I'm sure that what you need is just to take some time to reflect and realize that it's not too late. You can start today. You can start tomorrow. You can start. The thing is, putting those goals, take it out of your head, put it on paper, and start working on them. You can do one action a day, maybe even one action a week. Like I said, sometimes things don't happen overnight. The day that when I said I wanted to start my podcast, maybe it didn't happen at the timeline I wanted to, and I knew that that was okay because it had to be right. And I continued it, and I reevaluated, and I made sure it happened when it had to happen. And that's okay. The thing is I said I wanted to do something. Maybe it didn't happen the year I wanted to happen, but it happened. I made it happen. And so those are the things you need to think about as well. What is that big goal that you have? What do you want to accomplish? Take the step. Action. Action causes movement towards that goal. So as I wrap up, I just want to thank you. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend, leave a review, and let's just keep growing together. So until next time, stay intentional, stay present, and as always, refine and shine. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Refine and Shine. We hope you find valuable insights and inspiration to fuel your journey of continuous improvement. Remember, the key to success lies in refining your processes and letting your inner brilliance shine. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your feedback is greatly appreciated and helps us reach more listeners like you who are eager to refine and shine in all areas of life. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and additional resources and behind-the-scenes content. We love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to reach out with any suggestions, questions, or success stories you'd like to share. As we wrap up, remember that the power to transform your life lies within you. Keep striving for growth, embracing change, and seeking opportunities to refine your skills. Together, let's continue to shine bright and make a positive impact in the world. Until next time, keep refining and keep shining.